What is this teaching you? Whenever something happens throughout your day, no matter what time it is, whether it's in the morning, as soon as you wake up, whether it's in the afternoon, whether it's in the evening, whenever something happens or you feel something or something happens, ask yourself, what is this teaching me? What is this teaching me? You need to ask yourself that often. Like, if you want to learn, like if you want to get the most out of life, you need to be inquisitive. You need to be someone who is constantly willing to learn, constantly curious as to why are things happening in the way that they're happening. You need to be able to look at patterns. You need to be, and that's not just, that can be about yourself, that can be about other people, the people around you. You know, there was a time where I kept asking, oh gosh, like, why me, man? Why me? I had to stop thinking from a victim mindset. Yeah, I had to remove that victim mindset and see things as a lesson and see things as lessons. Because when you look at things from a lesson point of view and you say, you know what is this teaching me? And you look at it and you say, you know what, I want to know what this is teaching me. And you actually break it down and you actually analyze what is taking place, you will stop taking things so personal. You will stop taking things so personally because it's not always that people are attacking you. It's not always people are bringing issues. Like, it could just be that they're helping you see life from a different perspective, that they're nudging you on something, a lesson, something about yourself, something needs to change, something needs to you need to do something about a particular thing. I'll give you guys an example. You guys know, I'll be bringing examples here, yeah? So I had a manager at work, and this manager, I felt like they were constantly picking on me. I constantly felt like, bro, this person is constantly on my batty. I was like, this person, if they keep on doing this, I'm gonna bad them in the most corporate, in the most just, I had plans to just deal with this person. But then I realized that it's not that they were picking on me, it's the fact that this person knew I could do it. Like, this person knew I could do it and I could do more. So it was almost like they were pushing me to my full potential. And it wasn't until I had the conversation with this individual where I was like, look, the more you push, the less I will do. Because I don't like to be managed this way. I don't like to feel like I'm being forced to do something, because that takes away the joy, that takes away that curiosity, that element of me wanting to do something. If I feel like I have to do something, if I feel like, it's not fun, if you remove the fun from it, if you remove the job satisfaction from it, forget about it. I'm not going to do it. So, there was that element, there was that conversation. But prior to that conversation, I was vexed. I was like, this person needs to leave me alone. Yeah, this person needs to leave me alone. But then I realized that they were simply just trying to get me to do more because they knew I could do it. So whenever they spotted like a mistake, especially a mistake that they knew I wouldn't do, they would kind of pull me up on it and be like, come on, you know better than this. Yeah, you know better than this. But the thing is, some people just don't know how to motivate, don't know how to mentor. And this individual was trying to mentor me in a way that I don't respond well with that. And it wasn't until we had a conversation where I said to this person openly, I said, look, I really do feel like you've been on my neck. Like, why? Like, is this personal? Is because I don't deal with micromanaging. Please don't micromanage me. There's a reason why I work from home. There's a reason why I work the hours that I work. Like, I choose to work 4 days a week. I choose to work from home because I've done it. I've done it for many, many years. Yeah, I've worked in the office for many years. I've worked for 19 companies. Like, I've done it. Been there, done that, done with it. Like, I rather just deal with my customers, deal with my clients, you know, and just have that moment to be able to work with my clients on a one-to-one basis. And yes, like with my colleagues, and you know, and I'll give them a call and just be like, oh, how's it going with your clients and things like that. And in terms of management, I'll see you when I need to see you. I'll speak to you when I need to speak to you. Yes, I'm a team player. However, there's also that element of I'm very independent. Like, I'm very self-sufficient. I can do it by myself. However, I also know how to ask for help. Now, going back to our topic, if you keep seeing things from a negative point of view, if you keep seeing it as, oh my gosh, man, this person's like, oh my gosh, this person's always like having a go. Like, sometimes the person is just trying to motivate you. Sometimes the person is just trying to bring out the best in you, or trying to sort of like let you know that, hey, you're better than this. Like, this is not the type of mistake that you normally would make. Is everything all right from that perspective? So anyways, we had that conversation and they backed off because they learned that putting the pressure on me in that way it just doesn't work, you know. And you've sometimes with managers, they think that the more they push, the more productivity they will get out of you. But I had to just have that conversation because I've managed teams, like I've managed people before, and I've been able to sort of like to learn a thing or two. So I was able to have that conversation with her and just be like, look, this is how I work. If you want to get productivity out of me, let me know what I need to do. Let me get on with it. And obviously check in here and there and have an input where you need to have an input. Other than that, I don't like the whole breathing down my neck. If I've made a mistake, yes, pull me up on it 110%. I'm not above approach. I'm not above correction. However, the way that you were doing it, yeah, we're not doing that. So that essentially taught me to stop looking at things from a negative perspective. Sometimes life is trying to teach you to communicate with people, to let people know, okay, this is how I work. This is how I like to be handled. This is how I like to be managed. This is how I like to be, you know, mentored, or whatever the case may be. So if something is happening and it keeps reoccurring, it keeps happening, you have to stop and say, you know what? What is this teaching me? What is this current reoccurring thing teaching me at this point in my life? You know, and I've learned so much just by being curious as to why, like as to what is teaching me, rather than why it is happening. So it's not about, oh, why me, or oh, why is this happening, man? It's about, what is this teaching me? What season am I in? In my previous video, I spoke about the season. I said, what season is this? You need to ask yourself, what season is this, and what am I supposed to learn in this session? I'm not going to go into that. I've already spoken about it. However, in terms of being curious and being a student of life and just being willing to learn, yeah, that's what we're here for. Absolutely no one was born with all of the answers. We're learning every day. Things happen, you know, and we're constantly learning. Like when I go, like, I'm the type of person, like I'm just a social butterfly. Like I will talk to anyone. I can talk to absolutely anybody, like Sally down the street, the man who sweeps the road. I will go out and say good morning, have a little chit chat with him. The people that collect the bins on the Saturday, hey, what's going on, you all right, good morning. Like, it's just, that's just how I am. And being such just an open, like someone willing to have conversations with people, I have learned so much, so much, because you don't know what somebody else knows. So be open, be willing to have conversations, be willing to just, have chit chats. And as much as I don't like small talk, oh, what's the weather, oh, how's the weather, I don't care for it. I don't care for it. I am one to compliment someone if I feel like someone's hair looks good, they're wearing a nice jacket, nice shoes, whatever the case may be. Oh, that's a great bag or whatever. Like that, rather than so what do you think of the weather today? Like, I don't do small talks. I rather have a stimulating conversation, right? And a lot of the times it comes by just being curious. Be curious about life. Be curious about what's going on around you. Be curious about if something keeps happening and it's the same thing and it keeps annoying you, it's annoying you for a reason. It's irritating you for a reason. So maybe, just maybe, you need to take the time to really figure out, actually, what is this teaching me in this season? What am I supposed to be learning in this season? And what I have learned is I am in a place where I now know how to communicate how I want to be treated, how I want to be handled. And it's taken me a very long time, because before it was just like, like let people be and let people do. And it's like, no, you can be and you can do. But when it comes to dealing with me, how you speak to me, your tone, your like just your approach, it needs to be specific. It needs to be respectfully, and it needs to be gentle. Yeah, because I deal with myself gently, and I ought to be treated gently by others. That's what I've learned. And it's so much that I've learned in terms of like my personal development journey, hence why I'm able to come here and share this with you guys. But ultimately, whatever is annoying you that somebody else is doing is annoying you, or just things that are happening in life that's annoying you, that's kind of like, look at it as a nudge. Life is nudging you for you to look at that and say, hey, this is a potential lesson. This is a potential opportunity for growth. Dr. Miles Monroe, there was one of his videos where he spoke about opportunities, like in crisis, seeing opportunities in crisis. And that message stuck with me, because there was a time in my life where I was constantly thinking, why me, why is this happening, blah, blah, blah. But as soon as I started to see opportunities in crisis, my life changed forever. So whenever something happens, I don't think, why me? I don't think, oh my God. I think, you know what? What is this teaching me? Or what can I leverage from this situation? So open your mind to new possibilities in terms of lessons that life might be teaching you. Open yourself up, be willing to learn, ask questions, be inquisitive. Even if it's just you asking questions out loud within yourself. It doesn't have to be about anybody else. It doesn't have to be about, it can just be like, this week I really like journal. I talk about journaling all the time. Journal, make sure you're journaling, make sure you're spotting patterns. This thing happened last week, it happened again this week, and it keeps happening. Why does it keep happening? Go through it, write it down as to the order it happened in, how it's made you feel. There's a potential lesson in there. Don't miss that lesson. Do not miss that lesson, because that lesson is preparing you for where you are about to go in your next season. I'm your personal development coach, C-Positivista. Thank you for watching this video. Let me know in the comment section if you're open and willing to learn something new every day, every week, every month, every year. And I'll see you soon.